Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to Thoughts to Think About. I'm Liz.
I'm Efrain.
And I'm Reid.
And we've got some final thoughts for you to think about.
That sounds so morbid.
Goodbye.
Turns out
forever.
we're done. It's over. This whole thing, it's over. We've
None
been
of you
building to this
subscribed
moment.
to YouTube.
All the mysteries will be revealed today. No, today is the final episode of the season.
Mhm.
Season 2 is
Right.
coming to a close because
Done.
all good things come to an end, and even bad things come to an end. And so season 2 is
Why was this a bad thing?
I don't know, just kidding. But yeah, so there you go. Season 2. It's how do we feel about season 2 in general as a whole?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of season 2, I did say that I was going to be uncontrollable or something like that.
Mhm.
I was going to be, what did I say?
Something like that. Yeah.
We should have gone
Unhinged.
back. Unhinged.
Unhinged. Do you feel like you accomplished that?
I certainly feel like I gave myself a longer leash in season 2.
Wow.
But maybe not unhinged.
Really? A longer leash?
Let's
Man.
see. When we started season 2, had you had the babies yet?
No. So remember, we started, I think, at the end of the summer because you worked the camp. And so,
Right.
So we took that break.
Uh-huh.
And then, we were back before the babies were here. And so, So
That's
season 2,
right.
we had birth.
We had Raimi on for a while.
Raimi
Did
was
have
on for a
Jonathan
little
on.
while. We had a sub.
We've
in there.
changed sets.
We've changed
A
sets
handful of
several
times.
times. Yeah.
many times, even. Many times.
Will
feel
we
like
change
we've
again?
settled on
Probably.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Literally.
Yeah,
said
don't
the
worry.
opposite.
Next season, we're renting a studio, and it's gonna be a whole thing. So
Yeah.
just you guys get excited. Just keep on sending the money in so that we can afford it. Yeah.
Speaking of, right before we started recording, the reason why we stopped talking.
I can't believe that's the segue. Go for it. Go on.
I mean, we stopped talking about it so we could do it on here. We were just obviously speaking very seriously and planning out every moment of the show.
Mm-hmm.
as we
then-
always do.
Of course.
We did not sit here for a good 10 minutes like,
The script of this show is
No, we're
a
always,
work of art. You
yeah.
should really see it.
We're always scripted.
Always, every time.
We spend hours practicing.
Yeah.
yep.
We're-
Nope. So before, we were just joking of like other ways to make money.
to make some money, and
so
I
we
said,
can upgrade our. Are you gonna say what you said?
"Oh, of course, yeah." No, I said that I'm going to start stripping so that we could make enough money to afford better equipment
think you were
and
gonna
get a
say
new
that.
set. And I may or may not be serious, and that's up to you to decide. But Liz said that we could sell our.
I know. I said who's got. This is going so well. I said who's got the best feet.
So
we could just start selling.
We're selling feet pics
pictures.
now, and then we started talking about dogs because
These Gen Zers.
everybody's talking about having their dogs out these days, and I had a question. This is a long route to get here, but this is the meat of it, right? This is
Are the Baja men
hard-hitting
talking
question.
about toes?
exactly.
Is that what the name of the band was?
Is that who it is? I don't
The-
know.
You just made it up.
Don't you have
Who
a
let the
computer
dogs
right in
out?
front of you?
No. You're
Is
talking.
this a computer?
Is it AI generated?
It is the Baja men.
Baja Men.
What did I say?
You
I
said
don't
it.
know.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what you
okay.
said.
You
Yeah.
said
The Baja Boys.
Baja Boys. Honestly, Baja Boys
That
is
rolls
catchier,
a little bit
you know?
better, yeah.
Anyway, the real question here is are your dogs your toes or your feet?
Was that the question you were going for?
That's my question. Are your dogs your toes or your feet? Your whole feet?
Your whole like
whole foot.
heel to toe.
Heel, toe.
Dosey do.
Exactly.
I'm sorry.
Come on, baby, let's go
God.
dance.
I'm pretty sure. I would say definitely the toes.
It feels like the
I would
toes.
say
The toes are
toes.
dogs.
It feels like
Yeah.
toes, but like I don't know. I don't know. Does somebody want to let me in on this? Maybe
Well-
Urban Dictionary has
Ooh.
some insight
Careful
for
now.
us. Yeah, Reid's gotta be careful here.
I would say it's toes only because of how harshly your brother yelled. Dang, Liz has her dogs out today.
You had sandals on?
Yeah, I had sandals on. But when I had loafers, I slide them in.
Loafers.
He didn't say anything about my dogs.
Okay.
And I was saying
So
that
when you got your slides, or when Jacob rocks his Bostons all the time.
Right, his dogs are up.
His dogs are up.
Right, because they're covered.
But he also never wears his Bostons without socks. So,
yeah, that's true.
so
His dogs are always
his
up.
dogs are always up, I guess.
Well, so if you didn't know, I run a summer camp, and we had a staff training, and we had them do a game, and so two of the girls were wearing sandals, and so they weren't moving as fast as they wanted to, so they kicked their shoes off, and one of our friends, Matt, he yells, "Dang, dog versus dog," because both the girls were barefoot going at each other, and they were like, "Shut up!"
They were embarrassed.
It's just something about it's so funny when you hear someone say it, but it's just so baffling when it's said to you.
I gotta say this conversation is probably the most millennial conversation we've probably ever had, and maybe that's impressive to even say that, but that's kind of how it feels, as it's coming off, as I'm speaking it. But Reid, did you learn anything from Urban Dictionary?
There's a lot on his screen right now.
Those are ads. Please ignore.
Gee whiz.
Yeah. By the way, my search history from this podcast is just already. It's already.
You need to go incognito mode.
Oh gosh, you gotta hide all that.
So I had to search
Absolutely
a lot
wild.
of different things to finally find something that pertained to what we are talking about.
Okay.
And so it says, "Is put the dogs away" is the phrase from Urban Dictionary.
Okay.
When someone, usually a millennial,
I told you.
Dang it!
posts a pic or video on social media and their bare feet appear on it.
Hey,
But
you
it
called
doesn't say
You
if
called
it's
it.
feet
If
or
it's
toes.
feet or toes.
I got
It
it.
just
So-
said because if you have your
But
feet
it
on there,
references
right?
bare feet, not toes.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
That is true, yeah.
So if you got some shoes with some floppy toe, you
What?
know what I mean? If your shoes
Like
are real
flip-flops?
busted. No. You got some shoes on, but they're busted.
Oh, they're talking.
They're talking, and so you got some floppy toe thing going on. Are your dogs out or not?
I think that's the least of your concerns. You should probably get new
You're probably
shoes.
right. That's a good point. Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah.
Okay, so
Go. Yeah.
So people used to say, "My dogs are barking."
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
To mean your feet hurt.
Okay.
Right?
Oh.
That's
So,
the whole. That's
I
the
think
meaning
that
of the
might
phrase.
be the origin. But I'm
sure that's the origin.
I googled Gen Z dogs are feet or toes, and so there's several TikToks. The first one is toes are now called dogs and grippers,
Yeah. Oh gosh. I've heard that one.
and then
Oh,
why are we
geez.
calling toes dogs? And then Gen Z dogs toes. So I think it might actually be toes.
It's leaning towards
See, but it
toes.
feels like it originally was feet.
the whole
Right.
foot.
The dog. You're right. My dogs are barking. That's the foot. Yeah. Is that? Are we in agreement there? Or
I just want to know.
is there an expert we can call in?
Is there a fifth grader out
Well,
there?
speaking of experts, I am on Reddit now.
Oh no.
Speaking of experts.
So none.
It's r/no stupid questions.
Okay.
Why do
Okay.
girls call their toes dogs?
Girls don't.
Girls do that?
No.
I've never known a girl to.
Not millennial girls. Can't speak for other girls.
But I am.
I just don't know.
millennial
Someone said-
girl.
Someone said, not that I'm aware of. I call
good.
mine piggies.
Oh, wait, that's cute.
Dude.
You call your own toes piggies? Oh my gosh.
Listen, she's hurting her own feelings, so no one else can.
That right. I guess that's fair.
Several people just
Dang,
said, do
dude.
they?
Do they? That doesn't happen.
I just don't know why my toes are such a problem. Why are they a big deal? Don't we
See-
all have toes?
See, but here's the problem though, is that I wonder if we have any Gen Z listeners because we're having conversations like this in general. So I just wonder if
Should we call
they're
one?
putting up with this at all. That'd be kind of funny, but maybe another time.
Should we call?
Yeah, that'd be kind of funny. But anyway, so if any Gen Z listeners are out there and could let us know what you think the answer is. Are dogs your feet or your toes? Feet or your toes?
Drop a comment, like, and subscribe.
These are the hard-hitting questions. Good job. These are the hard-hitting questions that we want answered on season 2 finale. This is what it's been all about.
You have 1 week to answer.
We've been leading up. You have 1 week to answer.
Or
Okay,
else.
we'll shut
Or
the
else.
comments off after a couple of days.
Let's shut it off.
Or
For
you-
one lucky
YouTube might-
winner.
You win. Mystery.
Something.
Another thing that cracks me up is when people like have their feet like on a picture or video. Someone always comments for free.
Yeah, right, yeah.
So
For
weird.
freezy?
I really don't understand it at all.
Not at all. Well, because you're not a big weirdo, so.
Right.
Yeah, I think
Thank
that's
you. Finally, someone acknowledged that. I've just been waiting for someone to say that.
Why are you lying to him on the
Years.
podcast? You're just trying to make him look good. Yeah, no, I think it's just so weird. It's just a strange.
I feel like I don't know. It's like I feel like people get uncomfortable if I just look down now. Like it's probably just me projecting because of like
looking at their feet.
yeah, like I'm not looking at their feet, but like
Nobody's yeah, right.
like if I'm sitting in like a circle of people,
like in
right?
a sauna or like at the beach.
I'm
at
not really in a
campfire.
sauna or yeah.
Well, like where else are people's feet gonna be?
So
I
I'm
mean, if
so,
you're like in a small group and someone takes their shoes off.
right.
oh, what?
We're all
I
just
will
doing
tuck
that.
my toes underneath. I don't want anyone to see my toes.
don't look at my piggies.
Don't look at my dogs.
Look at my piggies.
Oh my god.
No, but yeah, like so you're just it's like a group of friends or like your small group or whatever, and you're sitting in a circle, like chairs, couches, whatever. You like I'm not making eye contact with people the entire time. Like I'm just like I'm looking around, and sometimes like I'm just kind of like thinking,
Staring at their feet.
and then like like I'm just kind of looking.
Making eye contact with the feet.
making eye contact with some dogs.
Hey, what are you looking at?
Oh, god.
Is that the toes?
Yeah,
talking
that's the
back?
toes.
Oh,
just the big
jeez.
toe. But yeah, so I'm just kind of like looking, like not at their feet, but just like I'm just kind of like zoned out, and then I can realize that like I'm
staring at their
looking
feet.
like down. I'm not necessarily even looking at their feet. I'm just kind of looking down in the general, and I'm like, God, now they probably think I'm like staring at their feet, and they're probably uncomfortable, right? But I'm probably just projecting like this internet weirdness onto like normal situations,
Yeah.
and so I don't know. I'm not into feet. I just think everybody should know.
Just
that
let
now.
everybody know. Just this is
It's okay, I just had to throw that one.
just want to throw that out
last
there.
topic.
on the
Not even a
podcast.
little bit. So
I feel
Oh
like
my
I feel
God.
like I heard Quentin Tarantino was into feet, like as a in school,
and he's
know?
a director,
And
right?
he's he's
Like
a
a movie
director,
director.
Of films, famous director. But
I feel like Hollywood people are just always into weird
they
stuff.
always got some weird stuff going on, and hey, whatever, do your thing, I guess. But like, I
What?
heard that in high school or something, right? And then like it like suddenly is a weird internet culture thing. You know what I mean?
To be into feet.
Yeah, like I never heard that before. I don't know.
I think the internet. Just
I think it's
has
Quentin
made a
Tarantino's
lot of
fault.
I
things.
feel like we've stayed way too
prevalent.
long on this topic.
Yeah, that's probably a good point. That's probably a good point.
I'm ready
Here's
to
another
move
question
on.
for everybody. Here's another question. What are some things that are worth judging by their cover? So, some books are worth judging by their cover.
Have you ever heard the phrase "Don't judge a book by its cover"? And when is it okay?
When is it okay to judge a book by its cover? I really butchered that
We'll cut it.
question.
Nah,
in post.
keep it.
We'll cut it in post. What? Yeah. When is it okay to judge a book by its cover?
Tell that, yeah.
Tell the
that
story.
one
Okay, so yeah, I saw a Reddit post about a Tumblr post.
Oh, gosh.
Right? And so
And it was actually a tweet
Of an
that was a
Instagram
MySpace post.
right.
on Facebook.
Go on.
So I saw this post, a Reddit post of a Tumblr post. That's where it stops. And it was a picture of someone burning a book called "What Guys Look For in Girls," and they were like, "Yeah,
Feet.
I'm burning."
Efrain! Dang it! We had successfully moved on.
Yeah, and so the poster, like the user that posted it was like, yeah, I'm not gonna give into this kind of thinking, right? And so the follow-up post, the first comment was a girl who said, this book actually helped me a lot in middle school and high school because it's about being yourself and not transforming who you are and not bending over backwards to change who you are to like be what you think guys want to be. And so you literally just judged a book by its cover.
Dang. So like but then does it also kind of bring up the idea that some books are technically clickbait?
Oh, 100%.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, because that book is clearly clickbait, right?
Right.
Like it's like, oh, you think that's what this book's about, but turns out I'm trying to teach you a lesson.
Got you.
You know, little person.
Oh, you got
You know,
clickbaited.
you got clickbaited. So
That
you
book
know,
was the first clickbait.
yeah,
In real
that was the
life.
first example
It's
of
a real
clickbait.
life
Wow,
clickbait.
wow. So then was it okay to judge that book by its cover? Maybe not. But
See, I don't think it's totally a bad thing to judge a book by its cover.
some covers are ugly,
Right.
and it's
There's a pretty like well-known like woman lady book like in the
Oh.
Christian realm called Captivating. If y'all
Okay.
heard it.
Have-
The opposite of it
I don't
is
think I've heard that.
the men's
Oh,
opposite
yeah.
is what
Wild at Heart.
Wild at
Yeah.
Heart.
Oh, okay.
I have that.
They're the same book or like
Right
same
there.
Pull it up.
person?
It's right there.
Wild at
Get
Heart.
it.
There you go. Wow, this is exciting.
Wild at
content
Heart.
here.
I read it.
Good
So this is a very minimal like cover. It's got a like tiny little
Picture.
Polaroid-ish
Mhm.
picture of like a guy leaping.
Is it a Polaroid? Oh yeah, it is.
Looks like
Something like that.
Polaroid-ish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like a frame. or
Wild at
something.
Heart. Discovering the secret of a man's soul.
Wow.
So
Wow.
Captivating. I'm pretty positive.
Discovering the secret of a woman's soul.
Okay.
I'll look up. Can you look up what the tagline is of Captivating Weed?
Excuse me.
Excuse me.
Sorry, I've just been surrounded by like camp kids that are like walking in line and like, Miss Wiz, what are you doing to Gwitty?
Yeah.
Please stop.
Bringing it back. Bringing it back.
Oh, captivating. Unveiling the mystery of a woman's soul.
Oh, it's the same thing. So
Yeah.
is it
Well-
the same person?
Deflowering the mystery.
No, Reid.
sorry. I don't know.
We're done. We're done. Season 2 is done. Reid!
I had to get unhinged. I had to get unhinged.
This is it. Feet. It's
Do
about
we know what
feet.
that?
Season 2 is about
I
feet.
don't want my name on this at all. Put Jonathan's name.
letting the dogs, letting the dogs out of a woman's soul.
Oh, that's so stupid.
I hate that with my entire heart.
What were you saying about captivating?
Oh, I don't even
Or
know.
did you read Captivated?
Was it
I
captivating?
did.
Were you captivated? Yeah.
No.
Wow. Okay. I was just a second too slow on that. I
That's what
retract
you
my
get.
former
That's what you
question.
get. There's another cover. It's blue, and it looks
Blue.
like there's a woman like the hills are alive. She's like,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
right there.
Sound of Music.
I.
Hopefully I can crop
Ooh,
some things
yeah.
on this.
It's like she's going to a castle. Everything in me.
This is like Sound of Music right here.
I'm sorry. Did I not just refer that?
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I thought you said the hills are alive.
With the sound.
Oh.
That sound. God.
It's like
I'm
he's
unhinged,
2 for
baby.
2 for 2 on like 5 seconds too late. Okay.
But with her in the field and the font that they chose, I just really did not want to read the book. So I'm like, this is going to be cheesy. It's going to be bad.
It looks awful.
It looks awful. There's parts of it that are really good, and then there's parts that I'm like, skip past it. So I'd give it like a solid C.
Oh, okay.
Just a C. Not
Reid, if you had to
minus or
grade Wild at Heart,
I read that like 12, 15 years ago or something
Well,
like that.
that's
Grade
not
it.
what we asked.
grade it, man.
Grade it.
On a scale of A to C.
Yeah, a grade scale.
Oh my.
Um,
Oh my
This
life.
episode sucks.
Liz gave,
Happy season 2.
I think these are my favorite episodes. Are the ones that are just totally off the rails.
It's
and unhinged.
absolutely unhinged. Yeah, I think we got there.
Liz, you gave it a C.
Yeah.
Goodreads gave
Rotten
it a
Tomatoes.
3.92.
Oh,
Out
yeah,
of
it's about a C.
5.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not
Maybe
bad.
a C
It's
plus.
like it's like a high C right there.
Again,
High
there's
C.
parts of good
Great.
juice.
Good soup. That's a good point. You were just fine.
I said it first.
So Reid, rate your book. Rate it. Wild at Heart.
Yeah, I think a high C is
high C?
is a decent
Okay.
rating
Nice.
right there. Yeah. I mean, it was like one of those fad books,
I think I'm gonna
like
give it.
Christian fad books.
I would
Definitely
probably
would.
give it a sunny D. Come on.
I was trying so hard not to laugh. That was
Dad jokes
just
brought to you
need-
by my children. Oh,
You
man.
kids?
My children, yeah.
Oh, are you
They-
a father?
I'm a father, actually, yeah.
Oh.
I'm father.
Father Efrain. Oh, geez.
Let's see. Wild at Heart got a 3.93.
Oh, slightly
so,
better.
Like
Slightly
most
better book.
men.
Okay. Oh, my gosh.
Can we unplug his microphone?
We're getting canceled for this episode. The whole show is canceled.
I'm so
probably.
sorry.
That was
It's
horrible.
over. It's over for us.
It's actually my exit. I'm quitting.
Yeah, actually, I had to announce
Maybe
today.
we all have to now. Oh,
Lord.
no.
Okay, I'm trying to think of a good book that had just an awful cover, and
I mean, like, literally anything written, those words didn't make sense.
Literally.
anything
What is
written.
the-
Anything written before, like, we had pictures on the front of books. Like lots of books just didn't have pictures. It was just like a
just
Yeah.
a binding.
I think I'm going to read Green Book.
Here's a green book. Yeah, what's in here? Oh, well, okay. Let's find out. Yeah, that's a good point.
Moby Dick. Okay.
All right, congrats. Tale of Two Cities or whatever.
Yeah.
I read a lot of like goofy kid fantasy books
Yeah.
as a kid. I've never read. I'm gonna get crapped on by like Book Talk and all those people. Never read Lord of the Rings
That's
myself. I've never even read The Hobbit, which apparently is the easiest
mouth.
one.
fine. Literally.
Yeah, Liz
fine.
is like, yeah, I don't care. But yeah, I've never read those,
Right,
which basically all high fantasy stuff kind of comes from. But I've read like a lot of goofy kid fantasy stuff as a kid, and as an adult sometimes. No, but basically all of those books have terrible covers. Like they all look really stupid.
Oh, yeah.
Like really, really stupid.
I will say I enjoyed the Harry Potter covers because they were always like little Easter eggs everywhere of like hinting to different aspects of the stories, like how it unfolded.
I was just
So
gonna
I
ask.
enjoyed that.
I was just gonna ask. So Harry Potter, Book 1, Sorcerer's Stone, Philosopher's Stone.
Starn.
If you had to grade that book cover. Judge or don't judge.
Grade that book cover.
Don't judge or do.
Oh. What?
Harry Potter, Sorcerer's Stone. Don't judge or do.
Or
cover.
do.
I don't know how to.
Is it good or bad?
Oh, I was like, I don't know how to
Let me
answer.
pull up a little copy for you right there.
No, I like it. I like.
Do you
the
judge
cover.
that book by its cover?
If,
Is that inviting to you?
if
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like maybe I don't know what you're saying.
there is like if I'm just like in the library as a middle schooler and I'm just like, what do I want to read? I pick up this book and I look at the cover and I go,
I'm in.
that kid looks weird.
Yeah, he does look weird.
What is wrong with
He
it?
looks pretty goofy. But dude, just the whole rest of it is so fun.
There's a unicorn on there. There's like some honey badgers down here.
That's
What is that?
that's
It's the
the
three-headed
that's
dog.
three-headed dog. What's his name?
Cerberus.
No,
Oh.
in the
Fluffy?
Fluffy. Yeah, that's
okay.
Fluffy. In the
He's riding a broomstick. He's chasing the golden snitch.
which you don't know what that is if
Right.
you hadn't read the book. You know,
It's a fairy.
maybe, perhaps.
No,
Yeah, it looks
think
fun
it's
to
a
me.
good- I think it's a good one.
I mean, I
Okay.
picked it up. I wanted to read it. Look at the original cover. So it's the one. Should be the
The
one with
red?
the train. Yeah.
Oh, for real? That's
no,
the
no, no,
original?
not that one. Not
Oh.
that one. The one below it.
This
right
one
there.
Oh God, that looks not good.
That's bad.
Yeah. So the
Not
original.
the Dwight Schrute part.
Dude, he does look
What?
like Dwight
He's
Schrute.
rocking Dwight Schrute in front
Wow.
of a big red
Dwight
engine.
Schrute about to get run over by a train.
The original Harry Potter cover. Are you reading that book? Are you picking that book up?
No,
No, not a chance, right?
no. It reminds me of Thomas the Train.
That's so boring.
Philosophy, no thanks.
Philosopher? Absolutely
Yep.
not. Sorcerer? I'm in.
Right.
I'm in. Yeah, no, the American cover is way cooler. Gotta say.
Oh, that's the UK
so
cover.
that's the UK cover. That's the original one.
America.
Oh, well,
Classic America. Classic America dub.
Classic.
that
Dub.
was good.
Yeah. Any other books? What Twilight? What
Oh.
those? Okay, so that's the. I have a
Well,
problem with Twilight.
Okay.
I feel like the Twilight covers
Uh-huh.
are like have all of the essential elements of a bad romance novel.
I mean,
Right.
it's what it is.
But the problem is
Well,
is
a
that
bad
the
romance
Twilight
novel.
books are targeted at teenagers,
Teens,
right?
yeah.
Like preteens, teenagers, children, essentially, right?
I mean, are they, or are they? Is that just kind of like how it happened?
I mean,
you know,
I think it falls in like the young adult section, but like
but is that
Actually,
on
I take
purpose,
it
or is
back.
that
I
just
don't know.
like, oh, it happened that way because kids are into it? You know what I mean?
what
don't know.
category does it fall under?
That's a great question.
YA romance.
No,
Which is-
so
Oops, shouldn't search
I
images for
just-
that.
Whoa.
So I guess these are.
Gee whiz.
I bet Wikipedia has the most reliable answers here, right?
I agree.
Absolutely. Always.
Genre: fantasy romance,
See?
fantasy romance, and young adult fiction.
Oh, well,
See?
okay.
Young adults, though, so that's like adults technically.
But they're young, you know.
Right.
They're just
Right.
young adults.
I guess now that I'm thinking about it, these aren't so like romance novel-y,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
I appreciate the simplicity of the covers. It's the black background, and there's one element of the book that's a part of the cover.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I actually really like these
There are
covers.
six books now? I thought there was only 4 books.
So, what's the green one?
No, Life and Death, Twilight Reimagined. Oh, that's the one from Edward's point of view, isn't it?
No, that's Midnight Sun.
What's Life and Death?
I don't know.
Oh, it's if Bella was the
It's
vampire.
gender swapped.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it is.
Introduces
Weird.
Beau Swan and Edith Cullen.
Ew! That's bad.
Oh, that sounds
Stephanie.
Stephanie.
That's bad.
So now that means that
Edith.
Edith is the vampire.
But the way it's spelled, EDYTHE.
Oh my gosh. Of
That's
course
bad.
it is.
and Beau is like the French BEAU.
oh, gee
Beau.
whiz. Are
That's
they
just
still
really
in like Washington or wherever?
Yeah.
What's it
I
called?
guess-
Forks.
Forks. Well, yeah, because they can't be out in the sun.
Yeah, Forks,
Oh, that
Washington.
makes sense. I was like, it'd
Yeah.
be cool if they changed the location too, but yeah, okay, that's a good point. I forgot about that.
Wild. That is wild.
Wow. That's why the original cover, it's the red apple, but then
Why
Life
would it
and
be
Death,
green?
They flipped it. The gender, they flipped
Because
it.
boys are red and girls are
Girls
Girls
are
are
green,
green.
obviously. Obviously.
And then Midnight Sun was
from Edward's like the story from Edward's perspective.
The
Wow.
original story from his perspective.
Correct.
Talk about just bleeding a series dry like a vampire.
She
Wow. Wow.
Thank you,
Reid
thank
just
you.
did that.
And
That's it for the
Roll the
Bible
drums.
Season 2. Thanks, everybody.
No,
yeah.
I think the covers are good.
I think they're solid.
yeah, they're not
actually.
that romance
The
novel-y, I
inside
guess.
of the book. So this one, you are judging that the book is good, and then you read it and you're like, this is bad.
Disappointing, actually.
Yeah, these
Yeah.
are good covers with bad writing. on
I'm
the inside.
actually in the middle of rewatching
Oh,
all the
no.
Gosh. Why even do that?
Why not? Like when I'm getting ready for the day, like I'll just watch like 20 minutes of it and then just power through all of them, you know?
The scene where Edward's carrying Bella through the forest
Oh, it's so bad.
is so in the first one is so bad.
I've
It's
only
like
seen,
Hang on tight, Spider Monkey.
yeah,
It's the
it is
writing is
absolutely
cringy.
ugh,
So I just
so bad.
speaking of Twilight, I just watched Little Mermaid and
Oh.
Wait,
The new one?
the new one. And the music is really good. They made some rewrites in Kiss the Girl.
right.
Okay.
Kiss her, but please ask first.
Basically, I mean, they did it where you kind of couldn't tell that they just
Yeah.
rewrote that one
Right,
part.
right, right.
So like unless you knew the song, because I couldn't sing the song to you. You know what I mean? Like
Uh-huh.
I could say,
Yeah.
kiss the girl. That's it. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
So if I went in, I probably wouldn't notice. You're saying
Correct. Yeah,
Gotcha.
I would agree. Which I'm fine with rewrites like that. Like
Yeah.
you're not changing.
Right. We all are on board of consent. We are all pro
Absolutely.
consent here.
Way
Everybody,
to go.
Just-
Way to
everybody
go.
on this podcast is
After
pro-consent.
everything you have just said in this whole
He's like, I
episode,
really am trying hard.
He said, actually,
I'm trying to get to
Just
even
kidding.
again. Just trying to get to even.
and then they of course with like remakes they add like Prince Eric had a song this time.
Of
Scuttle
course.
had a rap, which was kind of funny.
Oh,
Interesting.
I don't know about that one.
It was like it was super cheesy, but it was really well. That and Sebastian were together. Scuttle,
Okay.
it was interesting. It was pretty good.
All right.
But anyways,
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
the music was really well done. The acting actually was really good.
I've heard Halle Bailey is really good in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's really good.
Yeah. Cool.
I will say when they were underwater and the CGI of them under the water reminded me of the last Twilight movie with Bella's baby,
Right.
Renesmee, and the bad effects. That's kind of how it looked underwater, and it was concerning.
Yikes. That was like 15 years ago at this point.
Right. So
The
like we haven't
difference?
made advances, or you're choosing
Yeah, that's bad.
the same editor.
Well, and that's another thing too that happens a
saving
lot
money.
in movies and stuff these days is that there's heavy crunch time, and so things are just being rushed out super fast. So probably what ended up happening is something like they were forced. You got to
Yeah.
get these scenes out, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
and then
Right.
some of the scenes end up looking kind of bad, and that's not necessarily on the the VFX editors and designers' fault.
I guess so. Yeah.
But still, we got to call it out. We're gonna say it looks bad if it looks bad. So
It just
I mean,
looks bad.
it's just what we do. Yeah, I've heard it's pretty good. I'm really excited to see the new Spider-Man movie,
Into the Spider-Verse. Across the Spider-Verse.
Across the Spider-Verse. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm very, very excited. So no spoilers, please. Thank you.
Yeah. Spider-Man Out of the Spider-Verse coming in 6 years.
Actually,
it
it's
down.
Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Oh,
the
is it?
next one. Yeah, Reid.
Oh, darn it.
Get it right.
I was
dude.
trying to make a guess.
I
Come
did
on,
see
man.
they are doing a new Flash, like DC
Mm-hmm.
movie. And it's basically ripping what the last Spider-Man was, like with Tom Holland.
So, yeah,
It's Flash, right?
Uh-huh.
But it's really Batman.
yeah. There's
It's
a
a-
lot
yeah,
of
it's a
Batman.
lot of Batman.
There's the Supergirl is in there.
Right.
Apparently, so the Flash comes out like next week or in 2 weeks or something.
It's pretty soon.
It's apparently the same movie as the Spider-Verse movie, the Across the Spider-Verse movie.
Oh, that's really.
It's
funny.
apparently like
Like the plot.
the plot and like the story beats and stuff are apparently super close.
It's gross.
Dude, DC is so bad.
Well, and that's not even like their fault. That just kind of happens, like when movies come out that are about the same sort of thing. Like when No Strings Attached and Friends with Benefits came
yeah.
out like in the same year, and they're like the same basic movie.
But don't they don't Hollywood is such a small community of people. They talk about these things.
Yeah, they
they-
cannibalize each other all the time. So stuff like that happens all the time. So like that's not necessarily DC's fault that it kind of ends up
It
being
is.
the same thing.
It's their fault.
No, it is their fault. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I am
Do better.
anti-DC.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Their movies are normally not my favorite.
I have not really enjoyed most of their movies.
I will say
recently.
the last DC movie I saw. Oh, I did see the Suicide Squad. I didn't see the first Suicide Squad, but the Suicide Squad.
Is there a difference?
So there's Suicide Squad
Mm-hmm.
with Will Smith, and then there's the Suicide Squad without Will Smith. I saw that one without Will Smith,
Oh, gotcha.
and it was really funny. It was really good. It was made by James Gunn, so Guardians of the Galaxy guy. And then the last one before then was Man of Steel, which was like 10 years ago. So I don't really have. I don't know. They all look kind of rough. The Flash looks good though. I think it looks kind of good.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
I mean,
It's just from the preview.
Hard
it-
disagree. It does not look
Yeah.
you don't think it looks good at all?
good. No,
Wow.
not at all.
Wow. Okay.
You know what also doesn't look like it's going to be good is the new Indiana Jones movie.
No.
Yeah. I wish they would stop doing that. Just recast the man already.
He
right?
won't
Like,
let them.
I know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mine.
That's
So
the
I
problem.
went and saw Little Mermaid with my sister, and my two nieces. My niece, who is 11, almost 12, she was like, "He's too old to be Indiana Jones still." And I go, "Yeah, I
Dang.
agree." Yeah, she straight up was like,
Dang.
"He's still there."
He's old.
It's like that could have been the American James Bond.
Oh,
Indiana
easily.
Jones
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
could have
Missed
been great.
opportunity.
Could have been so cool. Well, thanks for listening.
Wow.
On that
Great
low
Just
note.
a hard stop here at the end of season 2. Any
As we
final
reflect.
notes you want to add before we close out the season?
Nothing stated on this podcast is indicative of our actual views.
For legal
so-
reasons, nothing I said.
I feel like the first part of this episode was like a fever dream. Like it just like spiraled so fast it didn't feel real.
And then we woke up.
and we're talking about DC. What can we look forward to? What can the listeners, look forward to this summer?
Yeah, so this summer we're gonna have a few special episodes that are gonna be a little different format. This summer we're just gonna have a few of them sprinkled in there, peppered in for the summertime, and then we'll start season 3 sometime, in the new semester after summertime. So.
Right. Follow us on Instagram. You might catch some dogs on there.
Oh no!
Like Walter.
It's all about feet, baby. The whole show, season 2. It's about feet.
Season 2.
Season 3 is about feet too. Season 2.
I'm out. This is my
No,
final
thank you.
goodbye.